Did you know that Noble Gold's team of precious metal experts have helped thousands of investors like you to build and preserve wealth through times like these? Find out why gold, silver, and IRAs are the answer to inflation and financial contagion. Talk to a personal precious metals expert today. Oh, and this month they're gifting a free 3-ounce silver American Virtue coin with every qualified IRA above $20,000. You can't go wrong with Noble Gold. Call the team now at 877-646-5347 to find out more or visit noblegoldinvestments.com. Hey, Inspired Tribe, my fellow freedom lovers, John Nolan here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for liking, thank you for sharing, for commenting, for subscribing, and for hitting the notifications button so you'll get notified about new videos every day. All right, let's dive into it. Over the past few days, synchronistically, a lot of people have asked me, and I've been part of conversations where the question was asked, what is going to happen after World War III is over and after we win? Well, that is a very legitimate question, but we first need to realize really we're in the midst of it, and what is this war about? It's really actually quite simple when you break it down. This war is being fought over our minds, our spirit, and our carbon-based bodies. And basically what the idea is of the perpetrators is to upload our minds and our spirit into a mainframe and kill off the biological carbon-based bodies. So then in this hive mind, our true spirit, our humanity will be caught and will be in a loop, and we won't have a physical biological body to house it in and to live in. And hence we will be in this loop and ultimately completely controlled without free will. This sounds dystopian, but this is exactly what these people are doing or entities are doing. And we will win this war. There's absolutely no doubt about it. However, how we will win this war and what will happen after is actually very important because we need to prepare ourselves for that. The perpetrators and their assets on Earth who are waging that war against mankind are spiritual infants. They are basically in the dark. They have a blindfold and they're wearing headphones. They can't really see or hear, if you will, from a spiritual standpoint speaking. And they have no more moral compass. They have no baseline values. They have no spiritual connection. And so they have no boundaries, no limitations to what they're willing to do. On the other side, there is today on Earth a minority approaching critical mass, a group of people that have dedicated their lives to maturing spiritually, to returning to the true way of life, and to finding their true path, absolutely steadfast in their conviction to connect with their Creator, in their conviction to live true to spirit, in their conviction to live with truth, with integrity, honesty, morals, values. And this group of people, spiritually mature people, will be the ones who will basically rebuild the new civilization, if you will, in the true ways that we used to have a long, long time ago, with the help of wise elders from our indigenous brothers and sisters who have managed to maintain the ways and the knowledge about the true ways. This will be possible. But a lot of other things will have to happen after we win the war. For example, justice will have to be served to the perpetrators. It will require cool heads. It will require true and honest hearts. It will require true integrity for this to happen, because it can't be done out of revenge. It can't be done out of spite or hate. It has to be done the right way. It has to be done with a pure and honest heart. And likewise, these perpetrators will have to face justice and will have to basically experience the karma they've created for themselves. That will be a part of it too. This spiritually maturing group, you can call it the awakening group, you can find and see them and recognize them by their willingness to do absolutely everything in their power for the greater good of the whole human family. They're very dedicated and their heart's in the right place. That's how you see them. Also, part of this post-war world will mean that we all will have to absolutely reclaim and regain personal responsibility on all levels. We have to understand on all levels that the structures that we rely on now that deliver the comfort, that deliver all of the luxuries that we have now will fall away. And for a time, it will be extremely uncomfortable and painful. It will be very new to a lot of people. However, once they will make this transition and once they will return to the land, live with the land, and live harmoniously with the land and learn the true ways again, I believe that they will find that this is true luxury, this is true comfort, that in and with nature, everything has been provided by the Creator. We're going through this process right now, and even though so much chaos is happening, over the last days, we have had just a few little glimpses into the next phase of this war against mankind. Now, while simultaneously in places like China and many other countries, the COVID war is still being waged. In China, for example, you have still people in horrific concentration camps. You have people that need to be tested daily that are sprayed down with chemicals. You have a complete 24/7 control state. This is the cabal's ideal for the whole world, is exactly what's happening in China. So if you want to really comprehend where the whole world is being led, simply study how China works. That's what they want for the whole world. That is happening. We have also now seen, this is significant for the whole world actually, the ban by the European Union of David Icke. He can't basically travel into 26 countries for the next 2 years. He's practically classified as a terrorist. Now, mind you, all rapists, all killers, and cartel members, dictators, and all the other bottom feeders of the world and scum of the earth, they will still be able to travel into the EU, but not David Icke, a truth seeker, truth speaker. And Netherlands Prime Minister has basically said, I'm paraphrasing here, conspiracy theories have no place in the Netherlands. Wow, that's quite the statement if you think about it, how one man can decide what can and cannot be talked about in a whole country. Of course, I think the people of the Netherlands see it very differently. We also see what is happening in Brazil, where millions of people are standing up and are basically not accepting another false narrative. We shall see how that plays out, and we will dive more into it in the following days. It is a beautiful movement, very much comparable to what has happened in Canada earlier this year, when the truckers went to Ottawa and we had this beautiful freedom movement. It sparked a lot. My fellow freedom lovers, what is really important in these times is that we don't allow ourselves to get too much emotionalized. We are human beings. We have these emotions, but we need to be, part of the spiritual maturing is to be in control of those and to realize when they take over that we actually use all these spiritual practices, prayer, meditation, that we have and have learned over so many years. You have been prepared for a time like this. You've actually chosen this. You've actually decided to be here at this time for this specific reason. And it is becoming clear every day that that's the case. So I just want to encourage you all to remember why you went through this spiritual awakening, why you are in this spiritual maturing phase, and why this is so important. The world, all of mankind, Mother Earth, the Creator, everybody will need you to live up to your purpose very, very soon. It's actually starting now, but especially after the war. How long it will take, we shall see. We're in the midst of it, and it might very well intensify and get more chaotic and get more destructive before it gets better. The opponent, the enemy, if you will, currently perceived enemy, has absolutely no more limitations. The gloves have come off, and they are playing by no more rules. We also need to realize that. And only a spiritually mature people will be able to bring about a true and free and wonderful harmonious society in the future. Just wanted to throw this out there for those who've been asking the question. I have nothing but faith and knowing that we can do this, and we're going to continue to do this, and we're going to do it with pure hearts, and we're going to do it with an open spirit, and we're going to be guided by the Grand Creator. Inspired Tribe, thank you so much for tuning in. We love you. We appreciate you, and we'll be back with you again very, very soon. We're more dedicated than ever to provide authentic, truthful, and uncensored information and inspiration. That's why we created the Inspired community on the free speech platform Locals. There's no censorship, a free flow of information, and it's more personal and intimate. And you can join us as a free member or a paid supporter. Please visit inspired.locals.com and join us today.